So you're thinking about moving to Kansas City, but you have no idea where to begin, what information's accurate, or who can even help guide you with the move. Today, my goal is to break down 5 essential things you need to know before you make your move to Kansas City. Welcome back to my channel. If you haven't watched my videos before, I'm Jenessa Schreuder. I'm with the Danny Howell team at eXp Realty. The very first thing you'll need to do is decide where exactly in Kansas City you'd like to live. Kansas City is the largest and most populated city in Missouri. There are over 240 different neighborhoods as well as some really great suburbs just outside of the city. If you're looking to be in the heart of it all, you'll want to be in places like Crossroads, River Market, Brookside, or Westport. But if your lifestyle's a little bit more laid back, you could look at the outskirts of the city in places like Lee Summit, Blue Springs, Overland Park, and Leawood. The second thing you'll need to figure out is if you'll be renting or buying. Of course, I always encourage to buy if you are in that position, but of course, that's not in everyone's best interest. Rental rates and sales prices will depend on what part of the city you'll want to be in. But to give you a rough average, Kansas City's rentals are averaging around $1,300 a month. And in Q3 of 2023, our sales price averaged around $355,000. If you are buying, you want to be sure you're comfortable with the monthly payment and not just the pre-approval amount that you were issued. There are many factors that go into your monthly payment, so it's very important to communicate that with your lender before starting to look for homes. Now, the third thing to think about is transportation. One really cool thing about Kansas City is that in 2020, the Kansas City Transportation Authority eliminated bus fares for the public. This was especially ideal for the residents living in the city. They also have a streetcar downtown that they're planning to extend, increasing the transportation considering we don't have a metro system. However, if you plan to live on the outskirts of the city or you intend to work outside of the city, I would highly recommend having your own means of transportation or carpooling is much more preferred, as the restaurants and shopping areas are a little bit more spread out than in the city. The fourth thing you'll need to consider is the overall cost of living compared to where you are now. Your overall cost of living will depend on what part of Kansas City you're going to be in. Generally though, the average single person spends about $1,100 a month, not including rent or mortgage. Now for a family of 4, it's averaging out to be a little lower than $4,000 a month, not including rent or mortgage. Of course, your overall cost of living can vary depending on your type of lifestyle and how many dependents you have. The last thing you'll need to consider before making your move is your timeline. For someone that's moving out of state, I would consider a generous timeline of 5 to 6 months. You'll want to nail down a couple of areas you're interested in and ideally try to make a visit out to Kansas City to really get a feel of your targeted areas. That process could take as long as 2 or 3 months. Then once you actually start looking at homes, it could take another 1 to 2 months to find the one you love. And once we're under contract, it takes about 30 days to close the loan. Whether you're moving to Kansas City for work, a cheaper way of living, or to be closer to family, I'd be happy to be a resource for you and your family to help make this a seamless transition. Thank you for watching today's video. Go ahead and like and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you have any further questions about the Kansas City Metro, go ahead and drop them in the comments or you can reach out directly.